What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing another following the career. You may recognize this if you've watched the video, but we're continuing on a video, but we're not doing what the same exact thing that the video was going. We're following the career of a player that we ended up drafting in one of my videos. Because I believe he is generational. He got Superstar X Factor. He was an unbelievable talent out of the draft. Usually there's supposed to be something that sets them apart. Like finesse moves is 95 overall or something when they come out of the draft or something crazy like that. This guy, it really was his speed, I feel like, that set him apart. And some of you guys might know who I'm talking about already, but we'll go ahead and meet him. So this was part of another video that is on my channel, and yeah, I wanted to continue on and see the rest of the career of this guy. Now, this is a very good team that he is on. Obviously, he could move on to another team. This was a part of a fantasy draft. But this was drafted the first normal draft after the fantasy draft, and then this is his. We're going into his second year. He played one full year so far, and I'll obviously update you guys on the stats. But this is Bo Waters. I'm hoping this guy is a generational talent. I really hope so. I hope he's number one in the draft. Otherwise, we might have got fleeced a little bit. So let's see what he's got. And yeah, hopefully he does. We do have some good D tackles, but they're still developing, so he could definitely fit in, especially if he's a generational talent. And yeah, let's see where he was. He was ranked number one in the draft. That is what I was looking for. Powerful frame, sheds blocks with ease, speed, moves, will stress offensive linemen. Hidden dev, 86 speed at a D tackle is absolutely ridiculous, especially at 297. That is absolutely ridiculous with 86 acceleration. Yeah, so I'm hoping he's a generational talent. We'll obviously see, but I'm hoping he is. The thing that sets him apart really is his speed. Obviously now he looks amazing with finesse moves. It's just jumped up like no tomorrow. He came out with it in the mid 80s, I believe. But he came out with 86 speed at 6'4", 297. He came out with basically tight end speed at 300 pounds. So that's the big thing that set him apart. And he was just clearly looked amazing. Now, I couldn't spot his hit power was crazy too. I'm not sure if that had played into the generational, but he had Superstar X Factor right from the get-go. And he had an absolutely amazing. He was drafted number 2 overall. He had an absolutely amazing first year. 12 tackles for loss and 11.5 sacks from D tackle. And 58 tackles. He did win. Looks like he had a Player of the Week. And then also he won Defensive Rookie of the Year. That was the big thing. And then his contract, obviously, he was picked to, so he has 3 more years left, plus the 5th year option. This will be following in just the CPU. Will be doing everything. I may mess around with playbooks. However, the playbook is already set right now, and he had a good year, so we'll probably leave it. Not sure what the best playbook is for defense or for D tackles. But he's an absolute monster. and I think he's going to have a good career, and that's why I wanted to make a video on it to show you guys, because yeah, this guy's going to be a monster. So we're going to get into it. We're going to start simming. The CPU is going to be taking care of everything, so we're really just going to get into year 2 of him and see how he does next year. Salary, everything's kind of messed up because it was a fantasy draft, so salary cap's all over the place. I don't know how this team is gonna do, or if they're gonna play well, or if they're gonna be able to hold on to all the players, but we'll see as this goes, and he may change teams, who knows. But yeah, let's get into this, and before we do, please leave a like, subscribe, hit me up with a comment, and let me know your thoughts on this guy, and do you think he's going to break records? He is a D tackle, he's not an edge rusher, so it's a little bit harder, and Madden doesn't favor D tackles as much as they do favor edge rushers. But yeah, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell. And yeah, let's get into this. All right, start of year 2, just a quick look at him. He is an 89 overall already. He was drafted as an 82, if I missaid that. And yeah, this is his second year, and let's see how it goes. There's not much else to say, so let's see what his stats are at the end of the season. I'm hoping for another good season, and he is already a Super Bowl champ. I forgot to mention that. That was the whole point of the other video. And yeah, so he is already a Super Bowl champ. All right, back-to-back Super Bowls for the Detroit Lions. We won last year. Definitely a very good team that we had put together in the fantasy draft. But yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at stats quickly. Holy moly, Jaden Daniels. Now, this is really not following their careers, but I'll pass by so you guys can see them. But that is absolutely freaking nuts. All right. Yeah, nothing really there. Travis Hunter. Holy mackerel. But let's see how our guy did. Okay, not as great of a year 2 for him. He did have 12 tackles for loss, but only 7.5 sacks. Yeah, the edge rushers definitely had more. He did not do as well. He did have 7.5 sacks. Obviously no interceptions, but he did have 12 tackles for loss, which is still a great season, and 74 tackles is a great season for a D tackle. But love to see more. Definitely love to see more. But yeah, so that'll be the stats for our guy, and let's see if we can win a Super Bowl. We'll go ahead and sim over this, or watch it, you know, and see how it goes. All right, here we go. Let's see. We've already won 1 Super Bowl. We'll see. The Chargers are driving. It looks like they're going to score. Yep, they do. Can our offense is the best part of our team. Even though we're watching a defense guy, they do score. We have the ball back. And can we put it in again? It's not really showing us everything. Well, we get 3 at least. But now, okay, he's doing his job. Because our offense keeps getting the ball back, but now it says Los Angeles has the ball, but yeah, the Chargers have the ball, but do we have the ball? What is going on? The ball thing is not moving, so apparently the Chargers have the ball now. We have the ball back. Our defense is on fire. Our offense can't score anything other than field goals, though. But it looks like we're gonna win just because of that. Our defense is absolutely killing it. Hopefully, Waters is having a great game, and he is a 2-time Super Bowl champ. Absolutely crazy. The start to his career. came in, won the Super Bowl in his rookie year, and then did it in his year 2 too. And we will go ahead and view the highlights. Stats, I mean. Oh my gosh, Jaden Daniels was a heck of a game. Kyron good, DK. Oh my gosh. Holy moly, that's a Super Bowl performance, if I can say. 8 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 3 sacks from Waters. Oh my gosh, in the Super Bowl, 91 overall, second year player, put up all of our sacks in the Super Bowl. Just freaking dominated. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that's one way to start his career. 3 sacks, nailed it. He won Super Bowl MVP. A D tackle, 3 sacks. He absolutely nailed it. We didn't win any other awards other than Jaden Daniels did, but he is a 2-time Super Bowl champ and a Super Bowl MVP in his second year of the league. Absolutely nuts. And he's got so much more ahead of him, and we'll get into year 3 and see how he does. All right, year 3 for Waters. Switched up the defense just a little bit. I know I'm not really... I said playbooks is on my table, but that's about it. Other than that, the CPU is doing everything. But I want to try a 3-4. I thought I was going to say it backwards and just say what we were already in. But yeah, we're gonna try this, see what he does. 92 overall. This is, 2 years into the league. This is his 3rd year, and he's already a 92. Superstar X Factor. He's gonna be a 99 in no time. He's an absolute monster and had an absolute monster case in the Super Bowl. 3 sacks is nuts. But here comes year 3. Let's go for like crazy numbers of sacks. Let's see what he can do. I hope he gets in the double digits like crazy, like high 15, 16s at some point in his career. It's definitely harder for them to get into the top, 18s, and then some edge rushers in this game get up in 20s plus. I've seen all the way up to 30 something. And in previous Maddens, I've gotten all the way up into the high 30s for 1 year, which is absolutely nuts. But yeah, let's get into year 3 and see what it's like. All right, year 2 did not make the playoffs, but we did go 13-4. Defense wasn't great. Not sure how that's going to play out for his stats. But we can look at the playoff bracket quickly. Do we have a first round? We did have a first round bye. We just lost by 6 points. We were almost trying to 3-peat there, but didn't make it. But we'll go ahead and look at our stats now. Jaden Daniels not as good of a year, but definitely still a good year. Oh, looks like he got hurt, and Anthony Richardson stepped in and freaking played phenomenal. If you guys ever need a quarterback in Madden, especially in Sim, I've seen this guy play absolutely nuts at whatever he starts at, like a 70 something overall. It's crazy. Yeah, great running game. Travis Hunter doing it. DK doing it like normal. 17 touchdowns for DK. Holy mackerel. But defense is what we care about, and I see some craziness. All right, he didn't have a ton of tackles for loss, but he led the team in sacks. Doubled the sacks of the next player down. He had 15 sacks. Oh my gosh. 15 sacks. Obviously no interceptions, 4 tackles for loss. He absolutely blew last year out of the water. And he did have a forced fumble. No recovery, no safeties or anything. But absolutely nuts year. And he's just getting started. I mean, we're only in year 4. They're most likely going to pick up his 5th year option. But, I should look at yearly awards. We'll see in the thing. But most likely they're going to pick up his 5th year option. He's absolutely going crazy. Is there any chance we won defensive? No, it does not look like it. Yeah. So, didn't win. It's going to be hard to win Defensive Player of the Year for him. We're going to have to, I mean, hopefully he does at one point. Jaden Daniels did win MVP again. Oh my gosh. The Bengals playbook is outrageous. And the Broncos get their 4th Super Bowl. But we didn't have any other awards. I'm sure he won Pro Bowl and stuff. And next year, I assume they picked up his 5th year. So he should still be on the team next year. But we'll have to see if they re-sign him. It would be crazy not to. He's been an absolute stud. But yeah, going into year 4. All right, year 4 for Waters. I'm not sure if what I said. I said year 5, year 4 in the previous clip. Not sure what I said, but it's year 4 for him. His last year on his rookie contract. They will have the 5th year option. And then we'll see if they re-sign him. I'm not sure what the cap room is like now, because we're, in enough now that they're probably starting to pay players, but team looks great still. So, but he looks absolutely amazing. Only went up 2 overall, I think. Probably getting a little bit harder for him because he's so close to, getting up to 12,000 XP. But he's absolutely phenomenal. And he had 15 sacks last year, which is absolutely crazy. He is 25, but plenty of time for him to go crazy again in this year and more years to come. All right, year 4, if I can get it straight, please, was not as good as the rest of them, but still, that doesn't really matter for him, because he could still perform amazing, even though the team goes 10-7. And cap room, like I said, not great. Now they're paying players. It's not great. So we'll see what happens. And let's look at his stats. Doesn't look like Jaden Daniels was up there at all. He wasn't that good this year. Again, hurt. And we had some rookie come in. Or trade target, or whoever this dude is. Not that it matters. Oof. No wonder why we had a bad year. Travis Hunter is still great. But what we care about is our guy. Doesn't look like he had his great year, but he did put up more tackles for loss. But still put up 11 sacks. So, he's already, up into, 50 sacks in his first 4 years. As a D tackle. Close, I would say. Pretty close. Absolutely phenomenal. But we'll see if they do decide to pick up his 5th year option. Looks like they do have his 5th year option. I'm pretty sure. Yep. And then hasn't won anything. Hasn't made any Pro Bowls. He had 15 sacks last year. How has he not made any Pro Bowls? All right. Well, apparently he hasn't. Yeah, we'll move on to year 4. I'll give you a quick look at the recap in one moment. All right. Broncos win another Super Bowl. And we don't get any really interesting awards. So we'll be moving on to year 5 of Waters' career. And hopefully he has a little bit better year than he did this year. But he still had 11 sacks as a D tackle, which is crazy. All right, no Super Bowl this year, but definitely still a good year. Defense doesn't look like they're doing that well. Might have to look at changing that. I don't know. All I'm really worried about is his stats. The team's absolutely nuts. And I think we had a new development. Yeah, Jaden Daniels is no longer the quarterback here. And I believe Lawson, from starting last year, is now the starter and had an absolutely crazy year. Oh, he's a 99. He's not a full true 99, but that's a crazy development. Wasn't expecting that. But wow, good years from our wide receivers. But all I'm worried about is, oh, come on. What happened? 10 sacks, or 10 tackles for loss, 9 sacks. Not what I want to see. And yeah, it might be time to try a different defense. We had a great first year, and then it's slowly gotten less and less. So team's not performing as well either. So might have to look at that. Still a great year. He's still freaking phenomenal, and should be getting close to a 99. Should not to be too far. What the? 9 sacks and he gets downgraded? Are you serious? Our generational prospect got downgraded? I hate this game. Alright, well, he's gonna have to get a claw back, I guess. But yeah, so it was a great year, and it's time to move on to the next year. We're not going to have any awards. I'll give you at least a look at the Super Bowl champions, just so you can see. Lawson won Super Bowl MVP, or NFL MVP, and Caleb Williams is the Packers quarterback and absolutely smoked the Bills. Wonderful. What I love to see. Exactly. All right. Year 6, we will see if they gave him a contract or not. All right, so it does look like they did give him another contract. We'll go ahead and look at it. It's so annoying they downgraded him. Okay, yeah, he got paid. It's gonna average out to like $40 million a year. All right, another lackluster year. Defense was not good again. I did change it. Didn't work, but all that matters is what he did. But we'll see. Oh my gosh, Lawson's actually absolutely killing it. Oh my gosh, that is nuts. Yeah, here's our rushing numbers if you want to see, and our receiving numbers. But for our guy, he got back up there, but it's still not great. Still not great. He did lead the team in sacks. That's crazy. And 11 tackles for loss and 70 tackles. He had a great year, actually, as a D tackle. That's a great freaking year. I don't know why Madden doesn't respect that as much as it should be respected at D tackle. And especially compared to the rest of this team. No wonder why we had such a bad defense. I mean, our next guy had 6 sacks, and it's our next D tackle, who's good as well. Oh my gosh. Texans get their first Super Bowl with a different quarterback, Parker Polite. Interesting. And let's get into it. All right, I just want to show you quickly on the offense. The CPU has screwed this team up so much that Sam Laporta is playing receiver because we basically have no receivers because they're broke. They have Travis Hunter, and then they have this guy, and then our next best receiver, is that a corner? I'm betting it's a corner. We have 2 receivers on the roster. 2 receivers. Oh, that's wonderful. We are in preseason, so they could change some stuff. I should probably check what it's like in the thing, but we also have 58 people. and you have to cut that down. So interesting. And yeah, so year 7 it is actually. It's going to be year 7 for waiters. Not hit that 99 overall yet, but almost there. And yeah, let's get into this year and see what we have in store. All right, not a great year again. Defense is struggling. I think offense is struggling a little bit more too. When you had only 2 receivers on the roster at the start of preseason, I mean, that's gonna happen. But did we make the playoffs? We did. We did make the playoffs. We make the playoffs like every year. We're struggling to do anything else, but let's see how our guy did. He did pretty good. Got hurt. And there's the rushing, receiving, if you guys want to see that. Yeah, it doesn't look like we really had... They got one more receiver, it looks like. And then... Whoops. Defense. Here we go. What did our guy do? Oh. He put 20 tackles for loss up. Okay. And 98 tackles. And 9.5 sacks. Okay. I'm not mad at that season. That's pretty nice. There's Superstar. X Factor. Heck of a year. And he is almost that 99 overall, but he's still not there. They are being a pain. He led the team again. Yeah, he's still a 97. They will not give him an upgrade. But he is getting older. He is 28. We'll see how long he plays for. Still killing it. Not as much as I hoped. Definitely as a D tackle, though, he is really, really playing well for a D tackle. And I will have to look up the stats of how many sacks how many career sacks has a D tackle have? What's the most? Obviously we know what the most sacks of all time is, but what about for a D tackle? I would have to look that up. And yeah, well, so we have that's an interesting Super Bowl. Texans, Giants. We'll see who the winner is of that. But a great year. Just team not very successful because they have no money. And yeah, I don't know. We'll do a recap on him coming into the next year, and see how his stats are, his contract, and his awards. All right, here we are, start of year 8 for Waters. Waiters. I've been saying it different probably every time. Waters. I like Waters better, but it's probably Waiters. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick look at his stats and contract. Stats great. I mean, what is he? He's almost to 100 sacks. Probably pretty close. And then for his contract stats, he has 2 more years. It looks like they're offsetting some money because all of a sudden now that last year's worth a ton. Yeah, the CPU's in cap hell. And then for his awards, 1 Pro Bowl. I just showed you guys this guy's stats. This guy is going to go down as like one of the saddest wastes of talent. I feel like they're not giving him anything. He's had great years every year, and he's made 1 Pro Bowl. And I can tell you, it was not in when he had 15 sacks. It was probably last year, which is ridiculous. He had 15 sacks, and just because he only had 4 tackles for loss, he did deserve Pro Bowl. All right, but so he's got 2 more years on his contract. He'll be a line for at least 2 more years, and we'll see how long he plays. He is going into his 8th year. It's not been the craziest following the career. Just it's not been very well. Not been very good. All right, definitely back into the playoffs, but not a great year. Defense does look like they had a good year, at least in points per game. The rest of it not so great. But we did make it back into the playoffs. Made it through the first round, but did not make it through the second. Haven't had tough. We won back-to-back Super Bowls and then haven't been able to win since. Very interesting. And then, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And then here's your rushing stats. Just so if you guys are curious, here's the passing. Travis Hunter has had a great career. And then defense. Let's get into our guy. Better. Our right edge had a ton of tackles for loss, but 14 tackles for loss, 68 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 11.5 sacks. Great year. Not sure if it is. Wow. Led this team by a lot. I mean, he is the whole defense on this team, it seems like. At least for sacks and pressure and everything. Not many other people get there like he does. And could you imagine if he had other people around him that could actually rush? Oh my gosh, he'd be lethal. But it's not great. And at least he won 2 Super Bowls in the beginning. But he hasn't had the awards and stuff that you would want to see from a generational player. But obviously that's partly because Madden doesn't. Oh, the Bills lost again? Oh my gosh. Partly because Madden doesn't respect D-tackle or offset anybody other than edge rushers. There's not many middle linebackers, safeties, corners that win Defensive Player of the Year, like in real life, because it's more based on sacks. I mean, basically only sacks. Like, you get 6 picks, and if someone has 15 sacks, they're gonna get it over you, it seems like. So it's a little difficult. And the edge rushers in the game get a ton of production in sacks, which I personally don't mind. It's a little unrealistic, but I do love to be a little unrealistic every once in a while, and so I do like getting those crazy numbers. But I would love my D-tackle to get some of those crazy numbers too. That would be nice. But we'll move on to year 10? 9 or 10. Haven't been keeping track very well, but another year for him. Last year as a Lion, though, or suspected, could be re-signed, but they are negative $40 million in cap room. Still not regressing. Year 9, thank goodness. But he has not progressed. He didn't even hit 99 overall. I don't think he is going to. I think his XP just keeps, every year he gains XP, and then like it goes up. So for every level he needs. So every time he just can't get it. Every year he gains so much XP and the thing goes up, because I keep seeing it happen. But yeah, he's gonna be a 97. It's a little sad because he was a crazy generational prospect. But we'll see how this year goes. Back in the Super Bowl. Not going to jump in, but we'll just sim it so we can see it. But first want to look at stats. Looks like Lawson had another crazy year. Yeah. Not as actually crazy as he's had before. Oof. Wow. Travis Hunter has been great. And then defense. Oh my gosh, out of nowhere. Out of absolutely nowhere. 16 tackles for loss and 18.5 sacks. 87 tackles altogether. Okay, he better win defensive player of the year. If he doesn't, I'm going to be pissed. I am going to be absolutely pissed if he did not win. Well, okay, Lawrence didn't win. Or Lawson, that's what I meant. And then there it is. He won an award. He won defensive player. He got the credit he deserves. He won defensive player of the year. There it is. Even if he gets one, there it is. He got some credit. 18 and a half sacks, and we made it back to the Super Bowl. And is there a chance we will win it? And, oh my gosh. We destroyed it. Well, there it is. He won Defensive Player of the Year and a Super Bowl all in the same year. Absolutely phenomenal year, and hopefully he can repeat it next year, but they might not be able to re-sign him, actually. All right, they did re-sign him, unless I'm a year off, but they did re-sign him, and he finally made it up to a 98 overall. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. Crazy last year. Contract, yep, he got a 2-year extension, still $40 million a year, absolutely nuts. And still kicking it. What is he now? Oh, that's the quarterback. Here we are. He is 31. Yeah, definitely much older. Definitely much older. But yeah, had an absolutely phenomenal last year, and let's see if he can do it again. All right, 10-7. Not, great year, but defense by points per game was absolutely phenomenal. And did not make it past the first round. Well, let's see what we got for stats, because that wasn't great. Lawson was fine. If you want to see the rushing, oh my gosh. Receiving, Hunter still growing crazy, but what we want to see is defense. Another crazy year, not as crazy, but 82 tackles is pretty crazy. 82 tackles, 15 tackles for loss, and 14 sacks. Killing it now. Probably won't win Defensive Player of the Year, but definitely could. Lawson won MVP, but definitely could. Oh, he did. He won it back to back. He won it back to back. All right, there he goes. Now all of a sudden he's going on a run. He'll probably retire. I guarantee he'll go on a run and then retire. I'll be so pissed. But here's the season recap. Doesn't show him over there, but he did win. And Buffalo finally got a Super Bowl. Holy mackerel. I cannot wait that long. Gonna kill me. Yeah, so we'll see how our guy does in whatever year this is. All right, year 11 is starting, still not regressing, 32 years of age, crazy career stats, 2 defensive player of the years, 2 best lineman of the year and rookie of the year, and only 3 Pro Bowls. They are stingy with Pro Bowls for D tackles, because he's had phenomenal years, and they are stingy. Oh my gosh, but still at 98, so we'll see how he does this year. Hopefully he can keep doing it. All right, no Super Bowl this year. Stats, looks like Lawson had a crazy year again, but did make the Super Bowl. Rushing, oh my gosh. Oh, no more Travis Hunter. That is interesting. Someone else stepped in. Interesting. Wow. He must have just left. Travis Hunter must have just left or retired or something, because there's no way. There's no way he had 5,000 yards. There's no way this lines up. Okay. Travis Hunter must have just left. And then defense. Oh, I thought someone else was him. Where is he? Oh, did I go too far? Did his contract expired and he's not on here anymore? Ooh, that is interesting. Is he retired? There he is. No, it says he's still a Lion. Was he hurt? Or let me look. So, oh, we only had 9.5 sacks. Wow, that's sad. Did have 17 tackles for loss, 69 tackles. Great year. Could be retiring. Could just be that his contract, he doesn't have a contract. And did not win another Defense Player of the Year. Obviously, with 9.5 sacks, probably wouldn't. But he's most likely going to a new team next year. And we'll see who it is. That or he's retiring. So we'll see who it is. It looks like the Falcons won a Super Bowl. And nothing really else for us, obviously. So we'll see you next season. He'll either be retired or he's on a new team. All right, I thought it was going to happen. He did retire. I'm glad we took a look quickly at his stats at the end. He did kind of go out. I mean, the last year wasn't great, but he did go out with a bang. 2 Defensive Players of the Year. He has 3 Super Bowls, 3 championships, and 8 yearly awards. I mean, it's not a bad career. I would have loved to see more yearly awards. They were very stingy on Pro Bowls. I mean, because 2 of those, he had 3 Pro Bowls. And then 2 of those are Defensive Player of the Year, 2 of those are Best Lineman of the Year, and then 1 is the Offensive Rookie of the Year, or Defensive Rookie of the Year. Very stingy on the Pro Bowls, which is actually crazy. But won 3 Super Bowls, really good career. Not as much as you would love to see, but definitely played very well. Yeah, and yeah, it was a great career. Just kind of sad that it happened. Not sure he would be in any of the record books, because they don't have it for D tackles, and I didn't add up all of his stats, so I don't know for sure what he had. And but yeah, absolutely, he was a monster, but just wasn't as good as you wish it was. Yeah, no awards, not that I see. Good career, but not as much as you would like to see from a generational prospect. But I still hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and seeing the continuation of this guy's career. I mean, I sure would have wanted to see it, so I wanted to bring it to you guys so you could see it. He was a heck of a prospect, a heck of a draft pick. He just looked like it. I mean, 86 speed at D tackle at 300 pounds is absolutely nuts. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, hit me up with a comment, and hit that notification bell. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video.